Look, if you want to know if your love is real or just some marketed placebo, you don't need a therapist, you don't need a compatibility quiz, you just need to run the $2 test. Think about the person you say you love. Now imagine a switch. If you flip it, you get that person back forever, but you have to move into a shack, sleep on the dirt, and feel the actual pain of starving every single night. If you wouldn't flip that switch, if you'd rather stay in your warm bed alone than be hungry with them, then stop lying to yourself. You don't love them, you love your lifestyle. You're just a consumer browsing a human being like a leased phone, waiting for the next update to drop.
Look, I want you to imagine two different scenes happening at the exact same time on this planet. In the first scene, there's a teenager in a comfortable bedroom in the suburbs of Virginia. He just got dumped. He's surrounded by high-speed internet, a fridge full of organic snacks, and a breakup cafe down the street that sells $7 lattes specifically designed to make him feel better. He's crying into his smartphone, telling his 500 followers that his life is over. The second scene is on the other side of the world. There's a husband and wife. They live in a shack. They earn less than $2 a day. They haven't eaten since yesterday morning. They are lying on a hard floor, their stomachs growling so loud they can't hear the wind outside. But they are holding each other. They had a chance to leave. The man could have sold out his loyalty for a quick buck, or the woman could have found a provider who actually had food, but they chose the hunger. They chose each other. Now, here's the question that breaks the Western brain. Would the boy in Virginia trade places with the starving couple just to have his girlfriend back?
If he really loved her, the way the movies say he does, the answer should be yes in a heartbeat. But we all know the truth. He'd look at the dirt floor, he'd feel the first sharp pang of real hunger, and he'd run back to his breakup cafe before the sun went down. This isn't just a sad story, this is data. And the data tells us that love in the modern, rich world isn't an emotion anymore, it's a placebo. We live in what scientists call weird societies. Western, educated, industrialized, rich, democratic. And in these societies, we've created a version of love that is safe. We've sanitized it. We've made it logical. We talk about red flags and boundaries like we're HR managers at a software company. We've turned the most chaotic, soul-destroying, brain-rewiring force in the universe into a contract. I will love you as long as you meet my needs and don't affect my mental health. That's not love, that's a terms of service agreement. The starving couple doesn't have boundaries, they have a shared life. They don't have red flags, they have a shared hunger. Their love is unhealthy by Western standards because it's codependent.
In the West, a red flag is basically anything that makes us feel slightly uncomfortable. He didn't text back fast enough? Red flag. She has a different opinion on finances? Toxic. They're going through a hard time and it's draining my battery? Protect your peace. We've turned mental health into a manual for being a quitter. We've been told that if a relationship isn't 100% positive or life-giving every single second, it's a threat to our well-being. But think back to that couple in the shack. By modern Western standards, their relationship is horribly toxic. They are starving, they are stressed, they are literally dying together. A TikTok therapist would tell the wife, "Girl, leave him, he's not providing, you need to choose you." But she doesn't leave because she knows something the West has forgotten. Real love isn't a vibe, it's a burden. When you carry someone, your back is going to hurt. Modern culture tells you that back pain is a boundary violation. The starving couple knows that back pain is just part of the walk.
In business, high churn, people leaving, is usually bad. But in a consumer economy, high churn in relationships is great for the GDP. 2 people living in one house spend less than 2 people living in 2 apartments. A stable couple doesn't need to rebrand themselves every 6 months to stay competitive on the dating market. People who are truly loved don't need to buy as much junk to fill the hole in their hearts. We are being conditioned to see each other as upgrades. Is this person helping me reach my full potential? No? Upgrade. We treat partners like iPhones. We know there's a new model coming out next September, so we don't bother fixing the screen when it cracks. The starving couple, they have an analog love. It's old, it's heavy, and it's hard to move, but it works when the power goes out. The boy in the US has a digital love. It's shiny, it's fast, and it looks great in pictures. But the moment the service gets interrupted, he's got nothing.
We have allowed ourselves to be optimized by a system that views our devotion as a bottleneck. The breakup industry, the algorithm, the self-love gurus, they all want the same thing. They want you to be a fluid asset. They want you to be easy to move, easy to sell to, and easy to replace. They've convinced you that being independent is the same thing as being happy. But look at the user engagement data for the modern world. We are more independent than ever, and we are miserable. We are optimized for everything except the one thing we actually need, the switch. The switch is that terrifying moment where you say, I would rather be hungry with you than full without you.
Oh, you're so sweet.
If you haven't felt that, you haven't felt love. You felt compatibility. You felt convenience. You felt market fit. But you haven't felt the thing that makes the husband and wife stay in the shack.